So we are in Clovis, California. We just finished installing a new valve here for the sprinkler line that goes out to the back. We were here in 2016, August 2016, and gave him some plumbing here. Contract shows that we put in a new valve at the home, which you can see there. And then, of course, we offset this piping. All this was dug up all the way back to here. So the first box there is actually just a cover for the sewer line, because once this was all dug up, it was just falling. The whole ditch was caving in, so we wanted to give that a box, so then we could get this other box in here. This is the shut off for the front sprinklers and the back sprinklers. You can see down here, same valve, FNW, Schedule 80 pipe in the ground. There's some Schedule 40 fittings, but we like to go Schedule 80 threaded fittings into the valve. And so that's what you've got here. Coming up off this main line, the water ties into the house, but it also loops down, and we put a valve in for you. And I don't have video documentation of the work, but we recognize it when we got here because no one else uses Schedule 80 pipe or threaded adapters because they're very expensive. So anyways, that's existing work. And then of course I think we'd probably pipe these, cut these and pipe these. You can see those offsets right there, the 45s. So this was all glued back together. It's their sprinklers, and we didn't wire it, but we had to cut it to give you this new line. So it goes from there, it goes straight underneath, and you can see it just keeps going, ties into this first one, second one, and then down low you can see that's actually down low is a Schedule 80-90. So that's a T right there, and then right there is a 90. So, and then it loops up and came back down. There was a PVC ball valve in there, and we don't use those. I would imagine since the contract was just two valves, and the closest store, all they had was PVC valves. So we bought one and put it in, I'm assuming, because that's Schedule 80 pipe. And like I say, no one else uses that. So after 5 years, it started leaking. And so we're giving you a little bit of a discount. Normally you charge about $400 for this repair, just because we have to shut the house down and the gluing and whatnot, and then the material. So we gave you a discount. I know it's still expensive, but this is drying right now. So it's just a loop up to give you a valve. There's no valve in the back sprinklers. This valve shuts off both. It shuts off the front and it shuts off the back, which is nice. But if you're just working on the back or something's happening back there, and you want to keep watering your front lawn, that second valve just shuts off the back. So right now everything's off, the front yard, the backyard. That there is still off, just letting the glue dry. And so when you come home, all you'll need to do is turn this on real slow. It's just a quarter turn on, so it just rotates counterclockwise until it's in line with the pipe. And just go slow, and don't hammer these valves too much, because you get debris up in there, these will get clogged, and then these will start leaking. And then also same thing there, just go real slow for the first time when you open it up, because what you want to do is monitor for any leaking. We're pretty good at what we do, but once we leave, we don't know if something's leaking or not, or develops a leak, either way. And what you're trying to eliminate was the water in this area. So I left it uncovered. You can see down there, that is a schedule, then that's existing. It's a Schedule 80-90, but we cut it and put that adapter on, and so that's a glued joint. So we want to make sure that it doesn't leak there. Then it's threaded into this brass ball valve, that little guy right there, and so we want to make sure that those threads don't leak. And then on top, that's a threaded adapter as well. You can't see it because the tape's on it. Want to make sure that doesn't leak. And then these 90s up here, I taped them. They felt pretty good, so I just taped them. And you don't get much sun here. I mean, honestly, I've been here and the sun just kind of went by and didn't hit up here. But PVC in the sun's not a good idea, so we just covered it up. A couple 90s, loops back down, and then a coupling to tie back in. So anyways, give it a couple hours. Probably by the time you come home from work, just come out here and turn it on real slow. Turn that on real slow, and then just check everything. If it looks good, you can just push the sand, back around the pipe, and you should be good. And we did not have to shut the water down to the home, which is great. So everything here looks good. Outside of that, this installation is done.